All right, guys, welcome to GemComms Astroworld Expose. We are going to be talking and diving into some gematria, some numerology, what we've been talking about every episode of GemComms, how these people do everything by timing. I'm sure you've seen it on the news, through Twitter, through TikTok. Unfortunately, a lot of videos that we had for tonight were canned by TikTok due to the censorship here. So what we're here to talk about tonight is the practice of encoding letters and numbers. Okay, we have 4 base ciphers. There's many more ciphers than these 4 base ciphers, and we'll go over some of them tonight, some of the ones used more often. And we have in our first base cipher, which is simple gematria or English ordinal, where A is 1 and B is 2 and C is 3, all the way, etc., until Z is 26. That's the most simple form of gematria. Okay, that is the first cipher we talk about. Will be called simple or English ordinal. Now, on our second cipher we have full reduction gematria, otherwise known as Pythagorean gematria. And that's using the rules of numerology and reduction. So when A is 1, B is 2, you get to the 10th letter in the alphabet, J, you reduce it. 1 plus 0 equals 1. You get to the 11th letter, K, you do 1 plus 1 equals 2. So it reduces down to a single digit. Okay, that is the most pure cipher for names and places. Big thing. Okay, our third cipher is reverse ordinal. That's with the alphabet backwards. So Z is 1, Y is 2, X is 3, all the way till A is 26. And our fourth cipher we'll be covering is Z is 1, Y is 2, X is 3, all the way till A is 8, because it has reduction, reverse full reduction. Using the rules of numerology, you're going to go down to a single digit in that cipher. Now, we have many other ciphers, like a satanic cipher where A is 36 and B is 27. And when you type in satanic gematria, if you type in satanic gematria, it equals 666. Okay, this is how numbers are encoded, or letters are encoded with numbers. So tonight we are going to kind of go on. Unfortunately, we had a call here. I had called this unfortunate event. The numbers were too good for them to pass up. Okay, what you're going to be looking at is date numerologies, and you can go to gematrinator.com and go click on tools, and you'll see calculator and dates. You want to click on the date calculator, okay? And these date numerologies are big. We're talking about Saturn worshipers. Saturn is father time. So there's only numbers in time. Timing is everything. Okay, they do these ritualistic sacrifices by the numbers. We've shown on the show murder by numbers. We've shown Bill Cooper talking about, the occult practice of encoding letters and numbers. And if one of his quotes was, if you wanted to understand the Bible, you have to study the ancient mystery religions and use gematria, or you'll never know what the Bible is saying, not in a million years. Now, YouTube is doing a fantastic job of getting rid of those little excerpts we've been playing on the show. So I was going to replay it tonight, but you've been here before, you've heard it. If not, we will find it for a future show. So what we're talking about when you run in these date numerologies is just like they sacrificed Jesus on a total solar eclipse. They do the same thing modern day. Okay, last week we talked about Helena Hutchinson, how her name matched 3 ciphers with the immortal queen. And if you know your occult history, there's a cult of the immortal queen. Okay, Make America Great Again is a saying that that defeats a mortal queen because it has the same weight. Immortal Queen equaled 163. Make America Great Again equaled 163. Us chanting Make America Great Again, they chant Immortal Queen in their mantras and whatnot for their spells. We're going to talk about vibrations tonight. We're really going to dive into everything we've been covering. These people proved on a world stage for the whole world to see. And I'm thinking it's because the chaos magic is not working like it used to. And they're having to be so bold and so brazen to get any type of benefit out of the ritual. So when I first thing, it's the 309th day of the year. And we're talking about Cult 93. And if you don't understand about Cult 93, we can send you to a perfect video on LK Dark Delight YouTube, to his second channel, because everyone's been deleted who's telling truth once, for you to catch up to, it's really put together well. It's a Serial Brain 2 decoding the Q post, and it's pretty amazing. So, as soon as we saw the 309th day, we know, all right, there's their 93. When they greet each other and leave each other, they say 93, and you say 93 back. We played a video last week, a minute of Thelema, how it works. Okay. And on this 309th day of the year, it was 11/5. Okay. And most parts of the world, it's written backwards, 5/11. In fact, our military writes the day first, then the month. Okay. If not, it would just be too much, because most parts of the world, the day's first. So when you look at 5/11, you get 511, which equals Saturn in Jewish gematria. So this is another cipher besides the 4 base ciphers. This is the Jewish cipher. It's the Latin alphabet. And 511 equals Saturn. We're at the 309th day of the year. And to boot, we know these people are eclipse sacrificers. When you type in the date of the total solar eclipse, 12/4/21, which leaves 27 days left in the year, and 9 times 3, it just happens to be 4 weeks and 2 days, including the end date, to the total solar eclipse from this event. Okay. Now that's huge, because you got your 93 for Saturn, your 511 for Saturn, and now you have your 42 for Saturn in reverse reduction. So the 4th cipher we talked about is where you get your 42. Now there's other 42s, Jesuit, Freemasons 42, the N word with the hard R is a 42. But the big thing I need you guys to look at to understand the murder by the numbers is look at the date numerology for the total solar eclipse and for November 5th. Okay, the 309th day of the year has all the same date numerology, except for the multiplication at the bottom. Don't worry about that. I really don't look at that much anyway. But you have to see how everything we have been talking about timing, about time spans, about numbers in time spans, about increasing the magic. You can see right then and there, you have your 57, 21, 12, 37, 10, 16, 48, 19, 28. What a perfect day to have eclipse sacrifices. Okay. Now, I put out a warning, see something, say something. Now, remember, on Order of Illuminati, 93. Okay, we covered, Alec Baldwin, born on the 93rd day of a leap year. It was 201 days till Helena Hutchinson. Okay, and remember how Alec Baldwin said she was my friend, and that's how you know. It has to mean something to you to be a sacrifice. Okay, you'll see that time and time again. So when you see these numbers all align with the total solar eclipse, what I have been screaming at the mountaintops, and it passes over Antarctica, and a woman who was born in Antarctica on a Russian military base, Helena Hutchinson, is killed, okay, on a movie set. There's no coincidences. It's something Q has taught us. It's something that they want you to be a coincidence theorist. The mainstream news depends on you being a coincidence theorist. Do not just write. And now, that you can see these numbers and see, we're going to cover the symbolism that's very blatant, that, we have them on film now screaming the tones while bodies are being passed over the crowd. And Travis Scott is sitting there making the low vibration tones that Serial Brain 2 had tipped us off to, that they're using. Okay. And we will cover the older Serial Brain 2 post about the vibrations in the blood and how it all works, because I'm going to read it from him because he explains it the best. I don't want to ever try and do that. And look, here's some other numbers. 56 days left in the year, Society of Jesus 56, but the big one, all seeing eye 56. And when you look at the stage, it's a mountain with a portal going to hell, but just think of a triangle and the eye. Okay, it's multi-meanings, multi-symbolism. Okay, so let's see if we have anything else in there. Hopefully you caught up on that. Okay, this was the day of the Astroworld. And, there was some other things that happened. They had a tanker explosion overseas. This is the day they murdered Bill Cooper, a wonderful patriot, someone we talk about over and over on this show. This is the day, guys. We covered this in GemComms 5-6 weeks ago, okay, about the 309th day of the year, how they sent a message to Bill Cooper and any other patriot by taking him out on a Saturn day, 309th day of the year, 5/11, okay. It's something we'll be able to go back in history and really see the evil of these people. So the next morning I wake up, I put out to see something, say something, nothing was going down, woke up, next thing you know, here we go. I got the Twitter thing saying 8 people are confirmed dead, 23 people hospitalized, 1 person injured, and 10 was 10 years old. 300 people were treated throughout the day. So they used numbers, okay, in every aspect except 1 person. So when I seen that 1 typed out with the ONE, I said, well, I got to add these numbers together. Something's up. They're sending out. Well, guess what? It equals 341. And in the most simple cipher, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, 93 spelled out equals 143. Okay, so all this went down on the 309th day of the year. It's just more total eclipse sacrifices. And I had put these people are sick, guys, but I think you know that already. So, we're talking about something that could have been avoided. Now, we're talking about someone who's been convicted twice of this. Okay, and I think we're going to cover that a little bit later in a video. And I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let me scroll up. Okay. But we're talking about somebody who does this on the regular. Now, Travis Scott had done this inside his fans had a stampede in 2019. And this was the same Astroworld Festival. And I want to show you some numbers on how the 156 comes in play. Now, from 2019, now granted, they did not have an Astroworld, and you'll even see the O in the world is the circle in between the circle and the circle, just like a little mind control deal. And what we're talking about here is from 2019 Stampede to the 2021 Stampede, because with COVID, there was no 2020, was 156 weeks exactly. Okay. We're talking about 1,092 days. You add your 1 to your 92, you get your 93. Okay, it was on November 9th when they had the stampede. It was the 313th day of the year. That's 31 times 3. We've talked about that over and over. But your 156 weeks is big because 666 equals 156. As above, so below equals 156. Things we've been talking about over and over. Okay. Now, the 156 prime number is 911. Okay. We've talked about that in satanic gematria. Ritual human sacrifice is 911. And I expect you guys to remember that, because with the travesties that happened on 911, it's pretty easy to remember. In satanic gematria, 911 equals ritual human sacrifice. Hence why I was trying to watch yesterday being 11/9, because 11/9 is ancient mystery religions is 119. All CNI is 119. Big 9/11's backwards, but the big ritual human sacrifice on 9/11, I think we all can remember. Now, going on timing is everything. Would you believe that the crowd, okay, with the first, if you look, you go to the first one, the 938, okay. The second page is better, P. Yeah, go to one more, where it shows the timeline, okay, basically. I mean, we're talking the first clip, the first Please Help clip filmed 9:12 p.m. Okay, Metro Entertainment reporting this, whatever that is. 93, 9:12 p.m. Okay. This people began collapsing at 9:38 p.m. That's your 93 and your 38. Remember, murder is 83:38. Death is 38. So this was a ritualistic sacrifice. The timing started at a perfect time for this. And remember, this man sung through people dying. There's people running up to the cameraman telling him, please, people are dying. Bodies are being passed over the crowd. And he is continuing low frequency demonic tones into the microphone to really amp this up. We're going to talk about the vibrations in a minute. And it's mind blowing that from 9:12 to 10:15 is 67 minutes. Okay. Wait, hold on. Is it the 9:12? Hold on one second. Sorry about that. 48. No, okay. Scratch that, guys. Hold on. Do apologize about that. What we were talking about it earlier, and I got a little away from myself. But look at the 9:38. People start collapsing. There's no coincidences. Now remember, Q post 923. They made many current / former enslaved children famous. Hollywood is filled with them. Models, find the loudest voices, brainwash, who was adopted, who was born in. They thought the sheep would follow the stars. Okay, and this goes back to the cult runs the world, guys. Q-Post. It's pretty easy to decode that one. And the cult we're talking about is Cult 93. This happens on the 309th day of the year with 511. We've talked in many episodes of the depiction of Saturn and what Saturn is and whatnot. So we want to continue. Here's some alignments that went on with sacrifice equals 46 and 62. Well, also Astroworld equals 46 and 62. Houston, Texas equals 4662. Some real alignments right there. We have in cross cipher alignments, 93 equals 143 in simple, 62 in reduction, and Houston, Texas equals 143 in reverse, and 62 in reverse full reduction. So we have a cross cipher match right there. Now they were calling it Astroworld Fest. Astroworld Fest is a 183 in reverse. Very simple. 1 + 8, you get your 9 and your 3. Remember, we're looking for the numbers and connecting the dots in this practice of alignment, the way this is working. Now, I have this in here. We have Astroworld Festival. Okay, English ordinal, most simple cipher, 239. Now, we have talked over and over, they do not care the order of the numbers. 39 is 93. You know, they have a repetition rule. If it's 393, that's a big 93, 93. You know, it's how they connect the dots. So also Astroworld Festival and ALW Kabbalah. This is one of the ciphers that Aleister Crowley claimed the Book of the Law was written from. So this is their stuff. You know, this is 187 for Astroworld Festival. I shouldn't even have to get too deep into 187. I think everybody understands what 187 is. But also ancient accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry equals 187. Now in the other, because Crowley had channeled 3 books or 3 demons to give him 3 books, and the KFW Kabbalah is 211, which we have covered over and over again on here, is ritual human sacrifice. Okay, in the most pure, or not the most pure cipher, in the simplest cipher where A is 1, B is 2, all the way up to Z is 26. Now, another number we've talked about representing 93 and the motto or saying for the square and compass on the Masonic deal is 333. You remember Joe Biden had his, for election, it was 3033 or whatnot. Whenever you divided it by 2020 or 2020 divided by his little number, it was 666. There's no coincidences, guys. So his release date, okay, of August 3, 2018. Now, August 3, 2018, 8-3, okay, murder. He's obviously obsessed with it, even though he comes out and makes a video saying he did not know the grave consequences while he was on stage. While he was watching dead bodies be passed over the crowd, we have video of it, while he's been convicted twice of inciting violence and riots at his concerts. The release date of this, August 3rd, 2018, 8-3. Again, murder, 83, 38, death, 38. Okay. From this event is 3 years, 3 months, 3 days. You add that up, you get 9. How'd you get there? 3, 93. And again, it is the motto. I don't have it to pull offhand right now, but if you've got it from other shows, you know, I can put it in after the show. I'll search for it. I don't know it off the top of my head, but it is the motto or saying for the Masonic square and compass. Okay, we do have, you know, Q drops. Symbolism will be their downfall. We have another one. Why are the Masons always on the scene of these mass killings? You know, and again, we're not talking about your average 33-degree Masons. We're talking about beyond the veil, all the way up till 96. Remember Aleister Crowley, we've taught this. You know, it took them 12 years to invite them into beyond the veil. And that's when you get into the OTO and even higher and whatnot. And it goes all the way to the 96 degree. We've showed newspaper articles. We've shown different things on this. Now, we've covered the numbers 211 and 911 tonight. And I want to show you the name of Travis Scott's foundation. Okay. This right here should blow you away. Cactus Jack Foundation. Okay. Equals in A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, 211, just like ritual human sacrifice. Okay. In full reduction, Cactus Jack Foundation equals 67, just like blood sacrifice, just like human sacrifice. Do you believe in coincidences, people? They are shoving this down our throat. Cactus Jack Foundation in satanic gematria is 911. Okay. And again, in reverse, it's 329, a 293. Okay. This ritual human sacrifice, 911, 211. Then it has a 67 in the most pure cipher. You know, it kind of gets me upset, guys. I mean, 8 people died needlessly, kids. You know, this is just out of control. And I know people want to scream to the mountaintops about this. You have to be able to see this symbology. We are going to show the stage. We're going to show everything. Look at this. From the date of his birth, he's born on April 30th. Well, what else was founded on April 30th? Remember, these people sell their souls. So we're talking about picking a birthday. Just like Alec Baldwin, he's on the 93 day of a leap year. Did he pick it? I don't know. Or is that a coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences. What is going on with all these birthdays? Okay. You know what? I can even show you Paul Pelosi's birthday I was just finding was April 15th for a 154 or something like that, which 93 in reverse, 154. So I digress. This guy picked the founding of the Church of Satan, okay, which is April 30th. Okay, 6 months, or 6 months. Let's see, is it 6? Yes, 6 months and 6 days from his birthday. And remember, on the satanic calendar, it shows you the highest satanic holiday for the individual is their birthday. They believe they are a god or can become God. Okay. Now, before we play this little video here, P, I want to keep on going. This was pulled by Wet Yeti. We'll see what they add after. But the next one we'll talk about is, since I'm on a roll here, we'll go on the Church of Satan, founded on April 30th, okay? And the Astroworld Festival Crowd Crush on November 5th, okay? 666 months and 6 days. Again, there are no coincidences. This was a big holiday. And remember, he is having a baby with Kylie Jenner. And do we know if it's a moon child or whatnot? Who knows? But when you're bringing, when this is happening, you would have to question that for a fact. She was there. So before we continue, we'll catch up some more symbolism. I wanted to talk the numbers first before we got to the symbolism. P, I'll get a little water, be able to take a little break. We're going to play this Jason A video. I know we got 79 people in here. I hate to stop now. In fact, we're going to come back to that video and we're going to keep going on some of these numbers because we're talking about, we got another lady who's he's probably trying to impress big time, and it is Kris Jenner. Is born November 5th, 1955. She is 66 years old. She wished it was days, but she is 66 years old on that date, on that ritual sacrifice. And we are going to talk, and some of this is going to be covered, and we're going to play this. We're going to play the Jason A video. We will be back. We will be talking about the triangle, the portal to hell, the shirts he was wearing. We'll get into all that when we get back. We'll get into a little Kylie symbolism, what she's been doing. And we will get, well, actually, let's drop that right now because I don't have it. Now, this is the shirt he was wearing at the event. Okay. As soon as you see this shirt, you can see what was going on. They broadcast it. They tell us immediately what is going on. So here it is. I'm dropping it in, guys. This is his shirt. You have the blue, okay, coming in the portal or gate, and it's coming. And then once you pass through the portal or the gate, you have the horns, you have the flames on your head. That's what was going on at this event. Okay. We're talking about the stage in an inverted cross. I know most have seen this, but if you haven't, we will bring it again. And you can see for yourself what is happening. It is a mass sacrifice, unfortunately. We need to talk about the name of the park. The name of the park, NRG, okay? Just like energy. They are collecting energy. So, when we get back, we are going to go over Serial Brain talking about, literally telling us how they're using these vibrations. We're going to watch in this video that we're about to watch. I'm sure he has a little segment of the video. If not, we'll find it and put it up for you during the show. You betcha. We're going to get this Jason A video going, and Mr. Damp Sasquatch helped find this video. So we will roll with it whenever he is ready.
All right, let's go.
One concert goer called it hell.
Police say they have not determined what caused the deadly chaos.
It just felt like we was literally in fucking hell, bro. It felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see, and once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. This shit really fucked me up and really spooked me tonight. That was some demonic shit.
That is so sad. To have that image in your head still this morning, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%. I mean, like I said, I work in the hospital. I work, with people that go into cardiac arrest. I mean, this was more terrifying than anything I've ever seen. Ever.
We start with breaking news from the United States, where at least 8 people have died in a crowd surge during the opening night of the Astroworld Music Festival in Houston, Texas.
As Scott took the stage to headline his Astroworld Festival Friday, many of his fans were being crushed in a sea of pain.
This was the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. People were getting trampled. I saw people's heads stomped in. I saw people getting their ribs broken.
It just got worse and worse. Everyone's you just can't breathe. You just feel
17 people taken to hospital, 11 of them suffering cardiac arrests, more than 300 treated on the scene.
Look, in my 27 years, I have never experienced this type of mass casualty.
I mean, and that really says something. 27 years, and this is the worst you've seen. Houston Fire Chief Samuel Peña.
The rapper Travis Scott, who founded the festival and is from Houston, stopped several times during his 75-minute set when he spotted fans in distress.
We need somebody to help him. Somebody passed out right here. Somebody passed out right here. Hold on, don't touch him, don't touch him. Everybody just back up. Security, somebody help, jump in real quick, keep going.
But panic later set in and the crowd surged towards the front of the stage. It's not yet known what caused the incident.
People are fucking dying. I'm gonna save somebody's life. That's somebody's kid.
Two hands to the sky.
I'm gonna save them.
2 hands to the sky. 2 hands up, y'all. 2 hands up. Y'all know what y'all came to do. Chase me. Let's go. You gotta hold people in the pit. We'll take care of them. I wanna make this.
New video shows security actually lifting up someone who needed medical attention as Travis Scott continues to perform.
At the front, a man was heckled as he shouted for medical assistance.
People are dying. I'm gonna save somebody's life. That's somebody's kid.
2 hands to the sky.
I'm gonna save them.
But when it came, that help was hampered by some festival goers oblivious to the unfolding tragedy, dancing on top of an emergency vehicle. Reports suggest medics were overwhelmed.
That's okay with you real quick.
And then meanwhile, you have others that are climbing up the tower to the staff that's in charge of the lighting and saying, stop this, shut it down. They're trying to like shut the concert down. Nothing was being done. It was absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I am disturbed.
We just watched the bodies just go past us unconscious.
With reports of people being trampled, unable to move and breathe, some unconscious and falling to the ground, EMS crossing dense crowds to reach them.
Doing a cardiac arrest last night, and I'm so sorry. All I heard was, you're just gonna let him die?
People were so packed, they passed out. Some suffered cardiac arrest.
We had to walk over people's bodies.
Panic rippled through the crowd, causing many to surge toward the stage. Emergency crews struggled to deliver help. The hip-hop stars...
There are major questions still outstanding about whether this festival should have been allowed to go ahead given those injuries earlier in the day. Guys?
Yeah, just a glaring question there, and the video unbelievable.
And this video, captured during the day on Friday, shows hundreds of people rushing checkpoints and destroying security property at the entrance.
The on-site medical team was quickly overwhelmed by hundreds of casualties. Emergency vehicles trying to access the most seriously injured appeared to be hindered by revelers, unaware of what was unfolding.
Just imagine all the people they're going to find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably going to be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted. And the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead.
In a statement posted on Twitter, Scott said he's devastated by the deaths.
How are you feeling about, the victims who have lost their lives at a concert?
I feel very angry. Travis acknowledged that something was happening in the crowd. He acknowledged that there was an ambulance. He acknowledged that someone was passed out, and then just continued the concert.
Two hands to the sky. Two hands to the sky. Two hands up, y'all. Two hands up.
What was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like help. The whole crowd was just going like help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like, that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro.
But there's a lot of people that are very selfish. There's people that I saw a pit that was being held together by people, but because in the pit was people that fell. So they were standing together to help the people get up. And I witnessed somebody unconscious struggling to get out. Like their friends were trying to get him out, and just people weren't caring enough to like make a path.
Honestly, it was like a movie. Like everyone was going crazy. People were falling. People were passing out.
Simmons refers to himself as a rager and has been to many of Travis Scott's concerts.
I knew that people were passing out, but it was something that typically happens at a show, but people seem to get up after a certain point. But there was a point where people weren't getting up.
Drone video shows the landscape one day later. Tammy Fusel, Jonas's mother, says she's been to many concerts, but she has never experienced anything like Astroworld.
And the crowd goes wild and everybody's jumping. There was a point where Travis paused and saw the ambulance coming. I'm on the platform watching, and I thought, oh, he's going to stop him. He's going to tell people to calm down, but he didn't.
With the mayor adding that Houston has never experienced anything of this magnitude.
And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything, like, like I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but like after tonight, bro, like God really showed me, like, like stay away from that shit, bro. Like that shit not for you, cause like he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, like for real. Like so many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. He influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in, and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro. Imagine seeing all those dead bodies, and that was just by me.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. My fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience.
All right, guys. I hope you got to witness that and got to see the fear in that young man, because what he went through was they were stealing his energy for that ritual sacrifice. They had, unfortunately, people died, and also they're harvesting energy at Energy Park, okay? And they're harvesting that fear. They're harvesting his thoughts and emotions. And we have tonight with us a special guest, LK Dark Delight, and he is going to read the decoded message from the slide, a Serial Brain 2 slide, right now. Where are you at?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yep. There you are, buddy. All right, guys.
Here? All right. I mean, yeah, as Q'd Up was saying, guys, they feed off your fear on the quantum level. That's why in the Bible, for each day of the year, it says, do not fear. It's very important. So let's go to this decode here. So this is from a decode a couple years ago, but very relevant to especially what happened at the concert. And I'll just show you a couple connections here, how Seal Brain 2 gets to this point. So let's look at the video here, the tweet. Okay, let's look at the video here, the tweet, and it's 272 seconds, which opening spirit portals equals 272. The capital letters equals 86. Adam Levine equals 86. Adam Noah Levine equals 124. Noah Nephilim equals 124. So that's how, Seal Brain 2, he gets all these, connections put together to come up with a decoded message. And he says, entities trapped in a demonic dimension have found ways to manifest in the human dimension through their own physical shape, or by partially or completely possessing the shape of a host. This interdimensional travel is done through gates or portals that are opened by activating the vibrations corresponding to their nature. These vibrations are the result of the collective vibrational state, thoughts, emotions, music, songs, etc., or the activation of targeted frequencies through rituals. So like what happened at the concert there. To these demonic entities, blood is like the sea water through which they travel and through which they nourish themselves to be able to live in our dimension. The vibrational state of the blood at its time of collection determines the demonic hierarchy eligible for using it. Bread for the peasants, caviar for the nobility. Adrenochrome is where the information of this vibrational state is stored. Magicians use this knowledge to be willingly possessed and mutate progressively until their human soul departs from their biology for further collection and is replaced by a demonic entity. This is how they will import the Antichrist in our realm when he is ready. For now, his followers are feeding him with blood as we are singing their songs. And you guys just saw that concert. They just fed the Antichrist the blood of all those people.
That's right. Thank you, LK, man. Thank you for reading that. And guys, that all mixed up together is what these demonic dimensional beings are feeding off of. okay, is the mix of the blood, the mix of the music, the mix of your thoughts, the mix of your emotions, okay? Hence why they're constantly playing on our emotions, you know? And because we're in such a deep subject tonight, I want to parlay this into the full armor of God, because one thing that we've learned from Serial Brain 2 is that they might be opening up portals to bring in these demonic interdimensionals, but we have the power. Our voice is so powerful that when you say the full armor of God, it actually opens up portals for angels to come through to help you. Okay? Now, because of that, because we're going in such a heavy, deep topic, which we always do on GemComms, but this one, it just don't stop. So we are going to say the full armor of God tonight, guys, and I will start it. The armor of God, finally be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggles is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. And Q let us know, have faith in humanity, have faith in yourself, have faith in God. This is the Great Awakening, guys. By us being able to see this, we will finally be able to put an end to this. They are showing their cards to us. This is the time to wake up. This is the Great Awakening. This is the time to sit your friend down who has a child and show them the inverted cross, show him the mountain, show him the portal, the gate to hell, show him the t-shirt, show him singing low vibrational tones as bodies are being passed over the crowd. Okay, this is who the Kardashians and this is who they're mixed up with. Everyone said these people have been witches, that the Kardashian girls. Well, we're going to get into that a little bit tonight, because now, again, guys, I have left this out, and it's a big one. I have to do a personal thank you tonight, first for LK being here, but the big ones. Passant and Patriot Angel helped gather all this information, guys, because there was a couple videos, a TikTok video here, a couple videos there that had it. We lost it last minute, but thank God to dedicated gold researchers like Passant, you know, like Patriot Angel, we are sitting here today having our GemComms show, Astroworld. And I hope you could feel the difference of when we just said the full armor of God to when we are talking or listening to the Travis Scott Astoworld event. The energy that comes off is way, way different. The full armor of God had me in goosebumps from head to toe. And I hope you guys were the same on that. So we're gonna, if we could, P, real quick, we'll show. You want to get into? Let's get into the Kardashians. Let's get into Travis Scott's baby mama. Let's see who would sleep with a demon. We have a Kylie Jenner. Okay, We have, and this story gets wild. We're going to get into this, and I'm going to cover it from the top, P, if you don't mind. So we're going to go through this whole little thread tonight. Okay, Tatas Sangatel Kardashian, Kim Kardashian's great-grandfather, sponsored Avak Hagapan, Clement Davies, and William Branham, and their faith healings would form the Full Gospel Businessman's Association Internal. Okay, now Avak was an Iranian faith healer who scammed 225. Okay, 225. We've been tipped off to 225. What is it, guys? 2 plus 25. It's your 27. Remember George Floyd's, the police officer who genuflected on George Floyd for the Masonic ritual, was granted 22.5 years. George Floyd's family got $27 million. Okay, well, this guy scammed for 225 off some rich millionaires back in 1974. Okay. Though Eva could not cure the millionaire's son, this is the faith healing deal, the snake oil salesman. He went through United States and Canada. Okay. Now, Clem Davies, this one's a little surprising because he was a white supremacist and public supporter of the Ku Klux Klan from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Yes, the KKK is all the way up north too, guys. And what is the KKK? A democratic organization. Don't ever forget that. When you sign up for the KKK, you're also signing up to vote Democrat. What is up is down. What is left is right. But again, our Kardashian, and we got Kim with Kanye. They date all these NBA players. It's just kind of ironic that Clem Davies was a white supremacist and they funded him. Okay. And his sermons became, the sermons began to include discussions on sex, race, and bloodline. Something we cover a lot. Q's covered. Remember, they do not marry for money. It's all for power. The fundamental elements of his Christian identity doctrine, which appears to be closely aligned with or the foundation for William Branham's serpent seed doctrine. Okay, so Branham was a Pentecostal minister and was also a doomsday prophet, and he was a scam artist. Okay, now we can go on. During the civil rights movement, Branham began leaning back towards his KKK roots. He began claiming that Martin Luther King was communistic inspired. African Americans should forfeit their rights and be satisfied in the state they are in. This is the people they funded, guys. They're funding division. You should be able to see this. The FBI's query into the Kennedy assassination exposed the fact that Roy E. Davis was, in fact, the Imperial Grand Dragon of the original Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, as well as leader, promoter, and supporter of several white supremacy groups. Okay? So we continue. We go on. This is about the Jones at People's Temple, and Branham held private consultations with members of People's Temple. So remember that. They all drink the Kool-Aid. Branham focused communities in Prescott, Arizona, and Colonial Dignidad have exposed the sexual molestation, abuse, and rape that have been hidden behind closed doors. Branham's cult has been labeled as a destructive or heretical cult by many apologetics and cult watch groups. But remember, Q people are the cult. No, Q taught us. It is projection. These people project. These are the people into the cults. The ones saying that people who read the Q information are in a cult, they're projecting onto us. Okay, remember, they are the real racists. We're proving it here. The ones in the cult. Look at what the Kardashians funded. Okay, now We've got some more here. We've got Young Brown, Jack Moore, William Branham, Oral Roberts. That's a one. Gordon Lindsay, taken in Kansas City in 1948. Family history tells all the Kardashians were involved in an op to push faith healing, KKK preaching, and Christian identity back then. Who knows what they're doing now? Well, some of us do, thank goodness. And look, fans legit believe the Kardashians are putting curses on men, and it has poor Travis. And look at the picture they're taking, blowing with the open hand. Guys, they're casting their spells upon the world. You know, when your mother releases your sex tape to get you famous, maybe your mama isn't all about love and hugs and kisses. She released your sex tape. Okay, it started with a bizarre story published in 2012 about the family's great ancestor, Kekel Kardashian. According to the article, Kekel sold her soul in order for her future offspring to have fame, fortune, and physical beauty. I mean, they were up to some esoteric practices. That's what we're here talking about. And they have some more, family history. But I don't think we have to really cover any more of that thread. If you've heard it, you've understood what is going down with the Kardashians. They are destroying these men. Who knows what is going on with them at this point in day and age if they paid for everything that we're talking about, or we just talked about, guys. So I'd like to mention we have 93 participants tonight. What a number to have tonight. Now, here's an article I want Pete to drop in about Travis Scott has been convicted twice for encouraging fans to rush his stage. Man paralyzed at NYC concert in 2017 says rapper never learned his lessons. Well, no, he didn't. And then he claims after the event, there was nothing he could do. It destroys him. He's all broke up. I mean, we have video watching people unconscious being passed over the crowd while he stands on a tower using low demonic frequencies. He's not even singing, and I wish we could get to that, but we're going to keep on this little Kardashian thing because look what they did to Bruce. Oh, Bruce Jenner. I mean, man, we're talking about Olympic athlete. Next thing you know, he's Caitlyn. I mean, how confused. Okay, so now we have Kylie Jenner, and this is what she collaborated with this year for Halloween. Collection reveal coming today for Kylie Cosmetics, and she's got the double blood sign. Let's see. Drop in some pictures for this 27-second video, guys. 9 times 3. She is bathing in blood, okay, which is a satanic spirit cooking baptism. If you've looked into satanic baptisms, it's blood and other bodily fluids. We'll leave it at that. All the bodily fluids, the breast milk, the you know, everything mixed together. It's what they're bathing in. They also call it gravy, and they would say they will let you know by telling you they are all gravy. That is mean they have consumed it. They have done the ritual. So as we digress and watch that disgusting, I mean, is that supposed to make you want to go buy makeup? I know it's Halloween and whatnot, but dang. Okay, that video, I know it won't play well in Discord, but we'll drop the link into Twitter. You can show it to your friends, and who would do this? So next thing, we have the entrance to Astroworld. Okay, this isn't the stage. This is the entrance, and it mimics the Christ in Limbo painting depicting purgatory. Okay, depicting purgatory because that night some people were going to hell, or some people were crossing over, and some people were staying. Okay, so they made the whole audience a depiction of purgatory. Okay, now it's just so sad what happened. Even when I see it now, it's really just it gets you. Here we go. This is a little thing. All the signs that Travis Scott was a demonic Satanist were right in front of our faces. Just look at the price of the Travis Scott meal. Okay, guys, $666 for the Travis Scott meal. No coincidences. We've talked about the number. We've talked about the number love that these people have, why they have it, why, worshiping Saturn, aka Satan, Father Time. Satan's depicted with the sickle. He's depicted sacrificing the children, drinking the blood of the children. They harvested blood of children that night. The energy of the crowd harvested blood, had the frequencies. So they had the mind, they had the music, they had the thoughts, they had the emotions. Okay, now you think this might just go on at Astroworld, but this actually goes on at your Super Bowl halftime show. Every Super Bowl halftime show, remember, they don't pay the guest of the halftime show. They put it on for free, meaning these people who are used to get paid almost like a surgeon's salary for one concert, all of a sudden are doing the Super Bowl for free because a ton of people are watching. Well, their concerts are sold out too with sheep. Don't worry. They're not doing the Super Bowl for free for nothing. They're doing a ritual on the people. Now, if you understand it's a ritual, you can conserve your energy. You can hold your energy in and not let it be harvested once you are in the know. When you don't know and you're unsuspecting, they are harvesting your energy. This one just happened to be blatant in NRG Park. Okay, here's some of the symbolism. The hidden hand comes out of the mountain over the portal, which is like the crystal ball, okay, what they're using. Then it'll go into two hands. We had some other slides, but I'm not going to bore you with them, but it goes to different little demonic creatures and whatnot. So what we got now, hold on one second. Oh, man. And so we're going on this with the open hands. We even had a little thing on the open hands, but you'll see the all-seeing eyes and then the eye in the palm, okay? This is the all-seeing eye. Look at the mountain on the earth, the portal, okay? Do you see I hope you can see the total solar eclipse they're trying to show you. You see the white coming off. You see the crescent. Travis Scott, you can see how it looks like a total solar eclipse. The shape of it, okay? That's something I just picked up right now live on the MG Show Telegram. Guys, again, I appreciate you all for being here, but look at that. We're talking about total solar eclipse sacrifices, and look at Travis Scott's Instagram, I believe that is. And look, that's hats off to Patriot Angel and Passant, guys. Could not do this without him, and Rocket Girl and Matrix and Shady, how much love I have for them for giving me this platform to talk to you tonight, guys. It's just huge. This is a Where We Go One, We Go All event. And again, in the Q drops, it says we must show the people, and they are showing themselves. Here's another one. Will you be at the beast at the mountain? Okay. This is all right. Next we go on. Let's see. This is the one I want to play is if you could, P. This Twitter of Shadhari Pervez. This is the person, this is the body unconsciously being passed over the crowd, and check out his demonic tones he is creating. And remember, we were tipped off to this through Serial Brain 2 when they had done when the White Hats had spoiled the cathedral or whatever and burnt down the I can't even remember the name right now, the one that Michelle Obama was outside with the boat in the boat drinking wine, and it happened to catch on fire, and they were going to do a huge Easter. What was that one?
Notre Dame.
Yes, the Notre Dame Cathedral. They were going to do a huge Easter sacrifice, but they had to audible once their building was torched, and the white smoke for the white hats. Remember the
Q'd
black? Yes.
I just dropped the code message in there if you want to read it.
Okay. And the black smoke for the 9/11. Oh, damn. Good job. You'll see the black smoke. You'll see the white smoke. And guys, they had to audible. And what happened? Michelle Obama sent a tweet to Beyonce, which we have not seen in like 3 years. They've never communicated. Michelle Obama was wearing red and blue, okay? Or not red and blue, blue and black, which signaled something. And then there was bombings in, I think it was Sri Lanka. It was a bunch of Christian churches on Easter. And that's when we were learning about them gathering the vibrational frequencies to go with the mass sacrifices. Okay. That was one of the first times we got tipped off to this, and I'll never forget it, guys. And, leave it up to LK to have the slides on demand. Thank you, my brother. And you will see the Notre Dame, it's not always been a religious. It went from one hand to another hand, back to the Catholic church. And what we've taught here about, Bill Cooper telling us, hey, basically 150 years after Jesus, Christianity rang so true in the heart and was spreading like wildfire, and the ancient mystery religions, which is what these people practice, hijacked Christianity and created the Vatican. Why Christmas is at a Saturnian holiday, why Easter's where it's at, okay, why there's so many pagan rituals like a tree for Christmas. We were competing with the pagans on bringing them over. So again, this was how long ago we've been tipped off to this, since Notre Dame. So we've been on the lookout. We've seen more sacrifices. We've seen entombment this year at the Surfside building collapse. Remember, the Surfside building collapse was on the date of the founding of the first Grand Masonic Lodge in England. Okay. Then we had the fall of Cabal, Jesuit Joe, the second Catholic president. Remember, Catholic equals 35 and 46. JFK, the 35th president. Okay, Biden, the 46th president. We got Jesuit Fauci. We're not talking about people who have our best interests in hand. Okay, we're exposing them because they are harming us. They are down with harming us, poisoning us, sacrificing us. You're over the truth when TikTok has to get rid of all the videos dealing with it, because just so many attendees are at that age use TikTok that someone our age or my age can go and pull all these videos of TikTok showing exactly what was happening there. So right now we're going to play this video if P has it all queued up. Play it again, P.
Sounds like he's saying dead.
All right, guys. Thank you, Passant, for playing that. That's one of the big things we wanted to show you. that, you know, he is eyeing up unconscious concert goers. Now, I'm going to tell you a little of my history. One time I went to a Red Hot Chili Peppers Snoop Dogg concert. I'll never forget it because people started dying from the heroin they were using or something during the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert. I was up high and they were on the ground floor and they stopped everything. Ambulances come through. I mean, the whole concert stopped because a few people had fell out. So in this case, total opposite. This man kept singing. We're talking about 938, the first victim. Okay, 9338. 93 for Cult 93, for Order of Illuminati equals 93 in reduction gematria. Saturn equals 93. We've shown you the depictions of Saturn. We've shown you the vibration decode or demonic dimensional, how they're bringing in these demons to use and host, and they're giving up their body as a host. Do you understand that? Like, that's one of the big things with the transgender movement, is the transgender is damaging the vessel so much that it makes it easy for one of these demonic beings to use your body as a host. Okay, there's so much deeper than we've ever thought is going on, guys. And again, we're going to talk about people keep saying there was 8 flames in front of the portal. Well, it's 4 and 4. Kill equals 44. Okay, you got 4 flames shooting up, 4 on each side, 44. Kill in simple gematria. A is 1, B is 2, is 44, guys. Now we're going to talk about when you're harvesting this energy, where do they do it at? We're going to talk, remember Parkland High School was on Valentine's Day. So on Valentine's Day for Parkland, they harvested the energy of the blood sacrifices and the sex energy on the same night. Okay, they did the murdering during the day. They held their orgies at night. Supposedly, they'll do them on the ley lines. They'll hold the sex magic on the ley lines because they understand how energy travels through the world. Okay, and again, Houston on nexus point of ley lines and 33rd parallel line. Remember, Jesus was sacrificed at 33. 33rd degree Mason, 33 vertebrae. 33 is huge. Another thing, if you spell out 33, it equals 156, just like the weeks from the 2019 Stampede till tonight. So let's continue. That's the ley lines. That's doing the sacrifices on the ley lines so the negative energy can travel through the earth. Okay, they understand this esoteric knowledge. Esoteric means hidden. It doesn't mean bad, occult, hidden. They have hidden this knowledge from us. And again, now we see why. Because if we all understood this, we'd be calling them out. And that's what we're doing today. That's what even children were doing on TikTok. Even children were picking up on this. Okay. So as we move on that same day, we had 99 killed in fuel tanker blasts in Sierra Leone. Okay, 99. 13 spelled out is 99. If you add 199, you get 199. Okay, do what thou wilt equals 199. All right, and in Cult 93, I believe spelled out equals 199 and 73 in reduction. Might have to have P pull that. Now, going back to this Travis Scott, I'm going to have to jump past those little slides, P. I'm sorry. His name is Jacques Berman Webster II. In an Aleister Crowley cipher, ALW Kabbalah, the one that he claims was used in the channeling in the Book of the Law, okay, equals 313. Again, 31 times 3 equals 93. Okay, so, you know, you have to connect some dots. We'll show you his one eye symbolism. If you could drop those 3 in there in the bullhorn, the devil horns. Okay, that's his one eye symbolism. All right. And sorry again, guys. That was on the 511. I knew I just dropped in the 99 dead at the at Sierra Leone at the fuel tanker blast. But you know, these things tend to just happen on 511 big time. You know, like you can go in history and you'll see there's been mass death incidences on 511. Now we know Saturn equals 511 in Jewish. It's the 309th day of the year with 56 left. We understand it. We can talk about it. Hopefully you've gained some understanding tonight of how the murder by numbers. And tonight what we'll do is, if you could search and find the Murder by Numbers song so we can play it tonight for anybody who's new. This is a mind-blowing song. They have broadcasted what they do all the way into a song. Remember, this song is by The Police. So P, if you're looking it up, The Police, Murder by Numbers. Remember, The Police equals what? 93. We couldn't make this up if we tried. Okay? Unless you're a coincidence theorist, you know, we've been taught no coincidences. The Murder by Number song, and I want you to listen to it. We have some new people in here tonight. Listen to them talking about how to make it a ritual, how to, if you need to get it off your chest. They suggest sex magic, multiple women after it. Whenever you're ready, P.
You know, the first time we played in this Bay Area, is that right? There weren't as many people as this. No, sir. I think we played at Davis College was the first time we were here. We played in somebody's common room. There were about maybe 50 people. And now we're here! This song is about the cynical manipulation of large numbers of people. It does happen. Once that you've decided on a killing, first you make a stone of your heart. And if you find that your hands are still willing, then you can turn a murder into art. There really isn't any need for bloodshed. You just do it with a little more finesse. If you can slip a tablet into someone's coffee, then it avoids an awful lot of mess. Oh yes. Murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's as easy to learn as the ABC. Murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's as easy to learn as the ABC. Now, if you have a taste for this experience, and you're flushed with your very first success, then you must try a twosome or a threesome. Find your conscience bothers you much less, because murder is like anything you take to. It's a habit-forming need for more and more. You can bump up every member of your family and anybody else you find a bore. Murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's as easy to learn as your
Hey, P, I think you can cut it right there. If you can see clearly, guys. Army Ranger, I'm sorry you loved him, but this is the deal. You know, they're letting you know once that you've decided on a killing, first you make a stone of your heart. Okay, they're letting you know. And if you find that your hands are still willing, then you can turn murder into an art. There really isn't any need for bloodshed. You just do it with a little more finesse. Who did it without any bloodshed and a little finesse? Huh? You can slip a tablet into someone's coffee and then it avoids an awful lot of mess. I mean, because it's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3, it's an easy to learn as your ABC. And what are we covering? We are covering gematria, the practice of encoding letters by numbers. This is how they decide on their victims. This is what, you know, your number, if you've ever heard the saying, your number is up, you get it now. Why was your number up? Okay, now it even tells you if you have a taste for this experience and you're flushed with your first success, you must try a twosome or a threesome, and you'll find your conscience bothers you much less. Okay, because murder is like anything you take to. It's habit forming, need for more and more. So again, he's been convicted twice of inciting riots, okay, at his concerts. And he had to do it again and again. He put the symbolism out there, guys. This was a mass sacrifice, okay, unfortunately. And they broadcasted this to all of us through the music. Remember, there's a Slipknot song, and one of the Slipknot people just died who said, you know, it was Gematria, the killing game or name. Gematria, the killing name is the Slipknot, okay? So when, you know, you've seen the movie, if you've, you know, been in this class, we've talked about the movie Murder by Numbers, how the only two letters, the E is a 3 and the B is a 8 for your 38 is murder, 83, 38, death is 38. Hence the timing of this event at 9:38 p.m., the 93 and your 38, 83. I think you got it by now. It's tough to keep going over, but we're gonna have to, and we're gonna continue with some numbers, some of my daily numbers that we do at the end. We're just gonna look at 11/8. It was a day I was looking at but with this mass sacrifice just happening, and again the date numerology lined up with the date of the total solar eclipse. Everything we've been warning about, talking about, happened by the numbers, by the time spans. Okay, you know, unfortunately it happened, but this is for the people to see. This is for you to go talk to your friends about. This is for you to be loud, be proud, go spread the message, let people know what they're doing. You have proof. You have the inverted cross stage, you have the graphics, you have him singing as dead bodies are being passed over the crowd in some demonic tone. He's not even singing, he's just or dead, as Klein said. I mean, who knows? So again, on the 11/8 to 11/9, it was the 312th day of the year. And then the 313th day of the year, if you've been paying attention, they love the 313 because it's 31 times 3. Again, they're into connecting dots with numbers. Okay, and being the 312th day of the year, satanic is 312. We've covered satanic gematria 666 in satanic gematria just to show you how that cipher works. And how it started at A is 36, right? The 36 triagonal number is 666. Okay. Now, Mario Bergoglio, whatever his name is, let's say the first open Jesuit Pope is 312, like Pope is 312 in Sumerian. Now, that is another cipher. I did not bring it in. but it is just another cipher, not used much, but it is still another cipher. So on that 31 times 2 is 62. Again, 93 spelled out in reduction gematria is 62. The date written 11/8, like 118. Death is 118 in Jewish. It was 3 weeks and 6 days till the total solar eclipse on 12/4. And there it is, 36 triangular number 66. And again, we're dealing with people who timing is everything. So, you know, they're doing sacrifices for this total solar eclipse. They're doing sacrifices for the one in 2024 already. Believe you me, it's April 8th, 2024, if I'm remembering correctly. Guess where that one goes over, guys? That total solar eclipse crosses Houston, Texas. All right. Go figure. You know, when we're talking about people who do gematria have found rituals for 9/11 20 years before 9/11 happened. 10 years before 9/11. I've seen the decodes. It's mind-blowing. The planning and the strategic murder by numbers, guys. All right. And as I digress, and 11/8 is 27 days to the total solar eclipse, including the end date. And remember, 12/4 is leaving 27 days in the year. And that's a big deal because ritual equals 27. The big ritual number in simple ritual equals 81. In reduction, it equals 27. In reverse, it equals 81. So 81 is a huge number for ritual. But also, you have to remember ritual equals 27. And this, you know, also you look at the total solar eclipse and it's on the 338th day of the year. Okay, again, I'm beating it into your head. 83, 38, murder, death is 38. Okay, so again, on 11/8, it leaves 53 days left in the year. So timing's everything. They worship the celestial bodies. Remember, astro means celestial. We've talked about the 5 visible planets and the sun and the moon. What is going on here? All right, we have the Rothschilds are the cult leaders. Remember the Q drop that tells you the cult leaders, Rothschilds, church, and then P. It always in parentheses. Okay, very easy to follow. Okay, now following day is 11/9, the 313th day of the year. We've covered that. Why so big? And like 119, ancient mystery religions is 119. Who hijacked Christianity? The Vatican and it was the ancient mystery religions who created it. And most parts of the world, it's written 9/11, and we've covered that. Just like Cactus Jack Foundation, Travis Scott's foundation is 9/11. And we say it over and over again. Ritual human sacrifice is 9/11. Remember, we had a flight 93. Okay, we had a flight 77 that went into the Pentagon 77 minutes after it was in flight. Okay, 77. If you do your homework on the Pentagon, there's 77s all over the Pentagon. Remember, the Masons have encoded the knowledge into the architecture. Okay, they've hidden the knowledge into the architecture, and it's you know, just like the Statue of Liberty is 93 meters tall, just like the big obelisk in DC is 550 feet above ground. You know, it's 660 feet total when you add the underground. What is 555? We've talked about 555. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law equals 555. Okay, this is their jam. So in total, it equals 666. So this has all been encoded in our architecture and whatnot. We can get it. We've covered that numerous times in other episodes. So moving on till today. Today, the 314th day of the year, just like pi, 3.14. Okay, big time to Pythagoras. Pythagoras had his own cult. Again, he did not come up with pi. He was outcasted and was in Babylon, and the warlocks, the wizards and warlocks, gave him the information. They seeded him the information, and then Pythagoras went around and started his own cult. Okay, they saw he was quick enough to give it to him, but all through high school, we've got Pythagoras theorem and pi and this and that. He didn't do any of it. It was knowledge handed down from the wizards and warlocks, from the witches, and whatever you want to call them, of Babylon. Okay. And again, today, the reason today is like a see something, say something day in my book is because it's 51 days left in the year. Mass shooting equals 51. Today has primary date numerology of 62. Again, we've told you 62 is 93 spelled out in reverse reduction. Or no, I put reverse reduction. That's wrong. It's in reduction. In reverse reduction, 93 is 55. One of the reasons they like 55, again, Satan equals 55, as A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, in English ordinal or simple gematria. Okay, 42 date numerology for Jesuit, for Saturn, for Freemason, and for N-word. When we see the 42 in a date numerology, is a lot of times you will see a black actor or rapper. Rapper equals 38, just like death, just like murder, right? So when you see that 42 in the date numerology, and then you see the number 44, which is kill, usually not a favorable day for that. 21, Saturn, Jesuits 21. Okay, Moon is 21. Should add that in there, huh? Well, anyway. So, or is it Moon's 51? Is Moon 21? Yeah, Moon's 21 too. Just making sure I had that on the bottom. I'm reading up at the top, guys. Now, 25 days left in the year. We've been tipped off that there is a Y family. Y equals 25. And again, 3 weeks and 4 days to the total solar eclipse. And again, the total solar eclipse day, you got 3 weeks and 4 days. The total solar eclipse is on 12/4. So 12/4 is also like 3/4 to them, 34. Skull and Bones represents 3, 2, 2, 3, 2 plus 2, or even 32 can represent Skull and Bones with the repetition rule in 32. So I've noticed that big time on that. And before we go too much further, I wanted to bring in, let's see if I can find it. And our next little thing we'll be talking about while I'm looking for this is the Getty marriage. An heiress was married, and some people were trying to find if Gavin Newsom was there. And I don't think he might have been there. It's fine. And I'm trying to look for something else for you guys real quick, if I could. But if not, we will talk about, Elijah Cummings was a high priest who married a bunch of people. And next thing you know, we have Nancy Patricia Pelosi. What equals 93 in reduction. We covered it in the 93 special. She is marrying at the Getty wedding, at an elite wedding. Nancy Pelosi is officiating the wedding. Okay. Maybe it's because Nancy Pelosi is a high priestess in Cult 93, guys. Just maybe. Allegedly. So now what I'm bringing in is just a little something. It might be off subject, but it will show how 12/4 can also represent 34 to these people because there's been numerous rituals on December 18th. Well, why December 18th? Because it can be represented as 18/12. Okay, most parts of the world, the day is written first, then the month. 18/12 in numerology terms, 18 becomes 9 because it's a single digit deal. You know, you're reducing the numbers. So 1 and 8 is 9, 1 and 2 is 3, 93. The big thing, when you type out December 18th, it equals 93 in reduction. December 18th in simple equals 156. Like as above, so below. 666, 33, so many things. Okay. The 9/11 is the 156 prime number. So we're going, we're just letting you know, like, these dates matter. Timing matters. When you're worshiping Saturn, Father Time, timing matters. Remember, Nancy Pelosi did a filibuster on 2/7. I think it was the Super Bowl day, or 7/2, one of those days. She did a 487-minute filibuster, the 93rd prime number. Again, they worship prime numbers because they're indivisible. So a prime number can only be divided by the number 1 and itself. So if 59 is the 17th prime number, it can only be divided by 1 and 59. Of all the prime numbers, it's 17th. Again, the Rothschilds is 53. The reason they love that 35, 53, Catholic 35, Rothschild 53, to loan a Holy See, took over the Vatican. Again, 5 is the 3rd prime number, 2, 3, 5. So in that number, it has play. You know, today being the 314th day of the year, you have 22 divided by 7. If you type out 22 divided by 7, and again, remember, in the calculator, gematria.com, you never put numbers in the calculator. Okay, you want to there's the Paul Pelosi. Great, Paul Pelosi. While you brought in Paul Pelosi, let's bring in his birthday just to show you how this happens over and over again when we're talking about people that, let's see, this guy was October. All right, that was the guy. That was Jake Braun from DEF CON. Let's see. In fact, we'll talk about, where's Paul Pelosi? That was Jeff Moss, supposedly Bill Gates' son. Go figure. If you're doing any digging into Bill Gates' supposed son, Jeff Moss, the guy that was, training kids to hack the election, you will find Jeff Moss equals 93. Here it is, guys. I just found it. Thank you. It just takes a minute. But when you're looking at these people's birthdays, when you pull up, remember, they're picking their birthdays. So hopefully you got it. I don't know if you did yet, but it's 15/4, April 15th. You'll also see a big March 14th. Okay. You'll see 15/4s, but you'll also see 14/3s for 143. That's your March 14th birthday. Okay. They'll also have an early April birthday on the 93rd day of the year. So as we look again, we got Paul Pelosi equals 126, and we've been covering 126. It's the 9 plus 3 to get to 12, and 9 minus 3 to get to 6. You get your 126, and Paul Pelosi is a 126. Thomas Brady is a 126. So again, we are we're about to wrap it up, guys. I think we're an hour and 43 minutes, and we've got 92 in the show. Thank all of you, each and every one of you, for coming tonight, and I really appreciate it. We should have, let's see, we got one picture of Nancy. We should have officiating that wedding, which we can leave on. Let's see. Nope, went a little too far, but in the GemComms show, if you do have Nancy on the pulpit there, or yeah, we'll forward that in just to show you her. Oh, there it is, Jack Prosobic. Why are our elites like this? Now, you know what? Let's go a little further. Why not, guys? We got about 17 minutes now, 16. Let's dig a little into this. I want to show you her dress, and I'll just give you my rough notes on her dress. I'm sorry if it's not pleasing, but let's see. Here we go. Her dress is shattered mirrors, okay? Now, first thing, she's got the flower over the private part, right? Flower of life, okay? What they consider the Holy Grail. What is the Holy Grail to them? The birth canal. The Holy Grail creates life, okay? They're a matriarch society, not a patriarch society like they've taught us. Over the heart, the monarch butterfly over the heart, okay? Now, that is her programming, is monarch programming. Remember the Satanists, you know, they were studying the Satanists for their trauma, abuse, mind control. And then I wanted you to look at this demonic face in between the monarch butterfly and the flower. Okay, just look at that. I have it in a square. I don't want to get too deep into it, but remember, you know, what these mirrors are used for, and shattered mirror symbolism. Okay, you know, she's not wearing all white. She's not pure. She's shattered. She's been split, personality, mind controlled, trauma based. The shattered mirror, like, the symbology is absurd. Remember Newsom, supposedly a Getty. You know, we got Nancy, a D. Alessandro. Remember, D. Alessandro equals 93. You know, this is cult 93, guys. And that's it, guys. I wanted to wrap it up with a little more Nancy and a little more of the shattered dress with the butterfly. I know you know about some monarch mind control. I understand, you know, the symbolism. I didn't get into the crown yet. Obviously, I don't have anything there. This was just my notes, so it's super messy. But I'm sure somebody could tell us about the headdress she's wearing. That's more into this. But again, thank you guys for showing up. We're going to stop the recording and open up for questions if we have any. Thank you all for being here. Again, thank you, LK. Thank you, Shady. Thank you, Matrix. Thank you, Passant, Rocket Girl, and Patriot Angel for putting this together. Amazing. Amazing.
You did a great job, man. Fantastic.
Thank you, buddy.